Hello Game Gumshoes fans, Chris here, and I want to give you my top 10 list of game companies to watch. First off, there's Hasbro. Let's face it, if Hasbro hasn't created it, they've bought it. They own just about every game out there that is considered a classic or a standard game that anyone could play. The next game I want to cover, or company I want to cover, is Out of the Box Games. Out of the Box Games makes great educational games and a lot of very fun, playful games as well. Games like Word on the Street, Shake and Take. You'll see plenty of them on my list, so keep an eye out for them. Next is Looney Labs. Looney Labs is the creator of a game called Fluxx, and its many incarnations. It also has Chrononauts, Looney Pyramids, and several other games that are kind of fun and worth checking out. Next, Steve Jackson Games. Steve Jackson Games is famous for two major things. They're famous for a role-playing game system known as GURPS, and a card game called Munchkin. You'll see those on my list as well. At one point in time, they were basically number 2 right behind Wizards of the Coast until they sold themselves to Hasbro, oddly enough. Next, Fantasy Flight Games. If there is a game out there that has amazing miniatures that will blow you away in their detail, Fantasy Flight Games is them. Basically, Talisman, Wiz War, you'll see the list. They're on my lists for sure. Days of Wonder. They're the ones who bring us Ticket to Ride and various other games like that. They are very heavy into the Euro game, but they also have war games like Memoir 44. Next, WizKids. WizKids created a little game called HeroClix, which is very popular. WizKids definitely deserves a spot on this list because they're one of the companies that went under and managed to come back and totally pick back up the entire market that they should have lost due to the fact that they went bankrupt. Next is Set Enterprises. Set is a little game company, but they have several games that I don't care whether you're going into a big box or a specialty shop, chances are you're going to run across their games. Set, Quiddler, 5 Crowns, and they're unique that every game that they produce also has a junior version as well. And the junior versions make teaching games and things like that much simpler than your standard junior game, which is some half attempt at making a younger looking game for audiences. Next is a game company called Haba. Haba is a German company, and their game pieces are phenomenal. Their games are phenomenal. Admittedly, most of their stuff is for younger kids, but you won't find games like this for the most part. They have one game called Highly Suspect, which I like to play a lot because it's very unique. The board actually tilts and shifts to move the pieces around rather than you actually physically moving the pieces. And lastly, North Star Games. They're popular right now because they make a lot of party games. I'm sure you've heard of Wits and Wagers or Crappy Birthday, clubs, things like that. That's North Star Games. So, quick rundown again. We have Hasbro, Out of the Box Games, Looney Labs, Steve Jackson Games, Fantasy Flight Games, Days of Wonder, WizKids, Set Enterprises Inc., Haba, and North Star Games. Thank you for joining me for this video, and I hope to see you again on the next video.